So 156 runs, that's what Ireland need on the day in Port Elizabeth to cause an upset, but India would kind of have mixed feelings about this target that they've set for Ireland, because after having decided to bat first and from a time where Smriti Mandhana, who ended up being the highest run scorer, looked all set to get to the three-figure mark as well. You know, it looked like India could put on a bigger total on the board, but a few wickets right towards the end, and that's what cost India just about those 15-20 runs more that they would have liked. But they'd be happy with the fact that as a unit they've managed to post the highest total on this particular ground in the women's T20 format. Speaking of records, by the way, an important milestone for Harmanpreet Kaur, the Indian captain as well. She now has become the only cricketer in the world, be it in the males category or the females category, to touch a significant milestone. And what that milestone is, well, Harmanpreet Kaur has become the first ever cricketer to play 150 matches in the T20 format of the game. So significant feat for her, but not a memorable one, I would say. Yes, it could of course turn out to be if India managed to seal their semi-final spot here, but Harmanpreet Kaur getting dismissed for just 13 runs. A poor run, if I can say that, with the bat continues. Yes, she got a little emotional as well during the anthem. We saw that it's a big achievement for her. That's what she said as well, to play that 150th game, but not quite able to contribute with the bat on the day. But she'd hope that 155 runs, which her team has now put, are enough on the day against an Ireland side who are winless at the moment in this edition of the T20 World Cup. But India, with that semi-final spot on the line, would feel that they've done enough with the bat. Yes, as I said, another 15 runs perhaps would have made India feel more comfortable, but the fact that they've been good with the ball, yes, they lost that game against Ireland and they leaked some runs towards the end, against England, beg your pardon, and they leaked some runs towards the end. But having said that, India as a unit have looked good. They won convincingly against the West Indies, against Pakistan as well. It was a crunch game, but you won that with 6 wickets remaining and of course, one full over to spare. But having said that, let's just quickly talk about what really happened in this innings. In case you missed out on the action, I'm here to talk you through as to how India fared with the bat after electing to bat first in this all-important match against Ireland. So quickly, without wasting any time, let's just quickly give you the details as to how India really fared with the bat. Of course, it was Shefali and Smriti Mandhana who would come out to bat. A decent partnership to begin with. As you would expect, there were runs, and Shefali did again score a few boundaries before she got out to Laura Delaney in let's say just after the power play got over, and then she got out for 24 runs, which came off 29 balls. But Smriti Mandhana, she continued to be on the pitch, and well, she was taking the attack on, and she was the anchor as far as this innings of India is concerned, ending the day with 87 runs, which came off 56 deliveries. And Harmanpreet Kaur, like we earlier said, ending with just 13 runs on the day. No boundaries for her. She looked scratchy for those 13 runs as well, and that's been the case with Harmanpreet Kaur. Yes, of course, the other day she did get some 33 odd runs, if I'm not wrong, against the West Indies. But barring that, playing aggressive shots, we know that's the way she approaches the game. And today as well, while playing another lofted shot, she got holed out in the deep, and her poor run with the bat continues. A cause of worry for India, but there have been forces like Smriti Mandhana, Shefali, also Richa Ghosh, who unfortunately didn't fare that well today, who have been saving the day for Team India and just about getting the job done. But the skipper needs some runs as well, and but not today. The Ireland team were very good in the field. Very good catches, I must say. When you talk about the nature of dismissals, 2 very good catches we saw in this innings. And Ireland, who were let down by their fielding earlier, especially in that game against England, would feel extremely happy with the effort that they've made today in the field. Definitely saving on good 10 to 12 runs with those great catches and some dives as well, which we saw from the Irish women. Richa Ghosh, a golden duck for her on the day. Again, it was Laura Delaney who picked her wicket, and Richa Ghosh, while again trying to attack. We know again she's been doing the job very well for India over the last couple of matches as well, like we've seen, finishing games off. But today wasn't quite the day for Richa Ghosh, and she got dismissed for just a solitary, without even opening her account, and it was a golden duck for her. In came Jemima Rodriguez, who again looked good. There was a very good boundary that she struck. The first boundary, in fact the first runs that she scored today came off a boundary, and it was a very, very well timed shot. She had a big smile on her face as well after hitting that boundary, and she looked good, but again just lasted for about 12 deliveries, and on 19 runs she got out. Deepti Sharma, a golden duck for her as well, and that was of the very last delivery of India's innings. Just sort of stepped out and got stumped while playing that shot. So India ending with 155. They lost 6 wickets in the process. As far as the Irish bowling is concerned, it was disciplined to a great extent, and I would say, even though they gave away some runs to begin with, but a good job by the Irish team in the field, and particularly towards the end in terms of putting those breaks on, because Smriti Mandhana was completely looking in form, and she looked in the mood to get to not just the 3-digit mark, but also post a huge total for India. But a bunch of wickets coming right towards the end for Ireland, and India being restricted to 155, which should be in many ways a match-winning total, but we'll have to wait and watch. Remember, India win this and they're assured of a place in the semi-final of the T20 World Cup 2023. All eyes, of course, will be on that game between England and Pakistan, because if Pakistan are to create an upset, there could be a way that India end up being right on top of the group, and England would finish second, but that'll be down to net run rate. As of now, England have a much superior net run rate than India, and of course they're 2 points better off as well with that win against India that they secured just a couple of days back. But India, well, would feel confident with the kind of total that they've posted, and we'll have to wait and watch as we speak. In fact, Amy Hunter of Ireland is taking our, and the match is set to resume. You stay with us, so we're going to bring you updates as far as how this inning goes and how the match pans out in about 90 minutes time as well, when the match concludes. We hope India are able to seal their spot. They feel confident with that total, but we'll give you all the insights just after the match gets over. For now, my name is Harshit Ahuja. Thank you so much for tuning into Sports Today, and like we always say, you know what to do. Do tap that bell icon so that you know when we're going live, and there's lots of stuff that we've put out for you. Do watch our other videos as well. For now, thank you so much.